Talk about all our yesterdays.
I know that's not fair.
Oh, no, come on. It was great.
I mean, that Cadbury's advert, you know, I remember doing that ever so well, you know, I had to stuff, you know, chocolates in people's gobs. Well, yeah, I had to take all my jewellery off. I nearly lost, you know, half my rings and one of this thing I nearly lost.
But those early, the black and white stuff.
Yes, how could you?
No.
How could you before I had my nose done? How could
you? You filled out nicely.
I have.
Well,
I have.
It's been a lot of fun, hasn't it?
It has. Yes, it has. I don't know where all the years have gone to, you know.
Are you surprised by the success? Because when we were talking about, as we walked around the background of the glorious back there, which is so lavishly laid out, and tripping over drunks lying on the ground, you seemed kind of, if not surprised, certainly nonplussed by the fact that things like Blind Date, Surprise, Surprise have been such enormous successes.
Well, I think the shows, I have been blessed with 2 really good shows. Yeah. I mean, Surprise, Surprise. And I love working with the people. I really love working with people who do ordinary jobs. I love all that. And I love doing them. I'd rather be with them than the big stars, because, you know, the big stars, they get a bit, you know, don't they? And they tell the truth, the public tell the truth. Yeah. Whereas, you know, the big stars are usually plugging something or other.
Oh, of course. Well, they wouldn't come on if they didn't have something to sell, would they?
No.
Would you come on this? What are you selling at the moment?
Well, it's a funny thing you should say that. Well, no, they asked me to come. No, all the time you've asked me to appear, all through the year. Yeah. And I thought, well, I've finished working now. I've recorded all the blind dates, and I'm off for Christmas.
Do you remember when you came on in 1983?
Yes, all this is your fault.
No, it isn't. It's nothing to do with me.
Yes, it is.
Your talent has everything to do with it. But in 1983, the beginning of the 80s, you weren't in that great demand, where you hadn't done an awful... You hadn't appeared on television a lot.
Well, I mean,
suddenly
that was...
you came on and everybody wanted you.
I know, but I mean, I did that on purpose quite slightly, because our Jack, I had our Jack,
that's right,
didn't I?
Yeah.
In 1980. So what I missed out with the other 2 are Robert and our Ben. You know, it used to be awful missing the first steps when they took the first little steps and the first little words that they said. And I was determined to do that with our Jack, which I did. And it wasn't until that I had an album out, The Best of Cilla, by, you know, EMI phoned me up and said, would I plug it? And they got me the Wogan show. And I went on there, and, you know, well, you know what I did. The rest is history.
Well, from that, they saw you, and you were so good that night. You were doing... You remember you were telling us about this disc jockey in Liverpool?
Oh, Billy Butler, he's still up there.
He is, yeah.
He's still up there. He's got that show, Hold Your Plums. Yes, and they still ring in, and, you know, it's basically a quiz show where, you know, people ring in and they ask them a question. He asks them a question, mundane questions like, what was Hitler's first name? Yeah. And they say I'll, things like that, you know. And, you know, there's another one I loved, which I didn't tell on that show that night, because I thought it might have been a little bit blasphemous, but it's still funny, it's quite funny. Came on to Billy Butler. Billy Butler asked a question, and it's dead easy. He asked dead easy questions. And he asked this one. He said, what was Christ's first name? Now, normally they say when they don't know, they say, oh, gives a clue, Billy gives a clue. Yeah. Well, this one said, I don't need a clue for this, Billy. I know who he is. Don't tell me now. I know who he is. He's the Son of God. I know who he is. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's his name? I didn't want to tell that. I thought that was a bit blasphemous.
Yeah, but no, we'll forgive you that. I was just looking at the early stuff. I mean, that was... The early stuff you did, you were very young. You were about 20, 25 doing it.
You're really rubbing that in,
No, I'm not. No, I mean, I've got older than you have.
Yes.
Yeah. I've got older than most people. Because Jimmy Young used to be at least 20 years older than me. He's only 5 years in it now. But I mean... I am older, yes. For 25, it was... Did you notice it was nerve-wracking, or did you just swan through it with the gaiety of youth?
Well, no, I was very, very confident. I've always been very confident when I was even a little girl as well. You know, I was the only girl, I had 3 brothers, and I was the apple of my daddy's eye. And I was always promoted. You know, when he came home from the pub on a Saturday night, it was jars out and our house. And I used to sit on the stairs, you know, because they were all having a sing-song. They all used to do a turn. And then, you know, they'd have a few jars and they'd get me and stand me on the kitchen table. And I used to sing a song as well, and I loved it. And it started from there, you know, at 3 years old. I wanted to be a star. I was very confident. I think, and I trusted people. I had tremendous trust in people.
Do you still?
I did, well, no, not too much, no, because I'm older now, Terry.
I wasn't going to mention that, but you brought it up again.
But in those days, if people said I could do a thing, I could do it. Like, for instance, Brian Epstein thought I was, you know, the greatest thing since sliced bread. And if he would have said to me, you can climb Mount Everest, I would have said, well, where's me haversack? I'm off. Yeah. So people said I could do this sort of thing, so I did it.
Has the current enormous popular success made you more confident, or?
Well, the shows I do in Blind Date and Surprise, Surprise, I have to say, that's me. What you see is what you get, you know, and Frankie Howard is dead right. I'm still as common as muck. I mean, you know, I like that. I like being of the people, as it were.
You get involved. You are of the people. That's why you're so good at it. Do you get emotionally involved? It's saying Surprise, Surprise. The old eyes fill up with tears every so often.
Well, what people don't realise is when you do a show like Surprise, Surprise, I do get all the biogs. I know the people inside out by the time I actually get to the studio, this stage. So on the first read-through and reading all the background, oh yeah, the eyes fill up, you know. Bobby as well. Bobby's the worst one. In the studios, they have to have you can see, he won't sit down on, you know, up there and watch the show like the people are now. He has to stand right at the back with a box of Kleenex tissues because he's blubbing away. He's blubbing away, and I do get emotionally involved, but someone's got to hold the show together, so I guess it's up to me not to let go.
How about your boys?
Sorry?
How about your children? How do they look at?
Oh, well, I'm a total embarrassment to my lads. I am. Even when I was at the BBC, they used to switch off and watch Basil Brush on the other side.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
Well, that's right. You know, yeah. You know, I'm their mother. You know, I'm not the star like you say I am.
Yeah. I bet you are. And for instance, when you do Blind Date, do you matchmake in your mind?
Oh, I do.
These two will get on. Oh, they'll be great. No.
Well, no, you know, because I've met the lads before and I've seen what they look like. You know, I don't meet them till I actually go on the show. You know, when I stand there and say, and let's go over to meet the lads, and here they are. And sometimes I turn around and go, oh, gee. Only because I get quite a shock, you see. Especially, and he was a lovely lad, and you know, I met him properly in the green room, with number 2 with all that the postman. Yeah, do you remember him, girls? Yes, he was on recently. That's quite a shock to me, you know, when he had the black, shiny plastic trousers on and all this And I thought he's got to be something like an hairdresser or of the arts. And when I said, what do you do? And he said, I'm a postman. I mean, can you imagine at 5 o'clock in the morning him coming to the door to deliver your post?
You see, people won't, I suppose, believe that you could get emotionally involved. But for instance, the Wedding Bells, the programme with Alex.
Don't mention the act.
Well, that was enough to reduce anybody to tears, certainly. Yeah.
That was a lovely ad, and I have to say, it was designed by one of your own, Philip Tracy. He's Irish, and this year he won the Milliners Award at the fashion show, the BBC televised.
What did the boys think of your hat?
Well, he kept on saying, lend your hat, we're having soup. You know, that's not nice. Is it? Yeah. No, look, I'm going to stand by this hat. I loved the hat. The hat hated me. But I loved the hat.
Yeah. Now, what about other work that you do? I mean, you still do panto?
Yeah, well, funny thing you should say that.
No, but you still do panto.
I'm doing panto.
I mean, with all the success you have, why would you want to go and do panto again?
Because I love the theatre, and that's how I started.
And where are you going to do it?
Well, I'm in the Piccadilly Theatre.
Oh, you're here?
I'm playing Jack in Jack and the Beanstalk. And we open, I must be a mad, crazy fool, we open on Friday the 13th. And I have to train, yes, it's terrible. I have to train my voice, you know, to be a bit lower. Like, I am a man. Can't you see what I am?
Oh, you're singing that, are you?
I am what I am.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it has to go right the way down there. The kids don't believe me, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the fun we've had doing pantomime, like, once Liverpool Empire was terrific. And, you know, I get to almost kill Patrick Mower twice daily.
You're a very lucky woman.
Because he's playing the baddie. And I remember in Liverpool I was just about to kill the baddie, and I appeal to the audience, how shall I kill him? And one kid shouted out, why don't you sing to him? So good. I kept it in every night.
And of course, as Epstein was the one who discovered you, do you remember much about the 60s? Or does it all seem... Was it... I mean, did you indulge in the drugs and the booze?
Well, they say that if you can remember the 60s, you really weren't there. But no, I didn't indulge. Once I did. And I did indulge once in my flat. I was there in Regent's Park. And we were having a bit of dinner, and a friend of ours came over. And I was in the middle of rehearsing Little Red Riding Hood. You know, it was the Sunday. A strange thing. And they said, why don't you try it? It was the most foolish and silly thing I ever did, because I didn't smoke anyway. And I wouldn't advocate smoking drugs or taking drugs in a way. But it was the 60s, 1966. I thought, well, I'll have a bash. And the stupid thing I did, I actually went into the bathroom to turn on in my own house. I mean, you know. Then I came out. I know, it's silly, because that's what they all used to do at parties. There was never anyone to talk to at parties in the 60s. They were all in the bathroom passing a cigarette round. And I remember someone, a band, I won't mention the name of the band as well. We were playing in this cinema, and this woman was sitting in the stalls, and she said to me, because the band were all passing around this cigarette on stage, and this woman turned to me and said, oh, aren't you paid very well? Why is everybody up there sharing the same cigarette? You know, but I tried it like everything. I didn't like it. It made me sick. And I don't advise anybody to do it. It's very silly.
Yeah. And
you shouldn't have said that now. I'm so embarrassed, because my lads at home are watching this. And they're going to think, me mother turned on. And it's a bit like saying Mary Poppins sweat. Isn't it? Oh dear, Terry.
Do you, because you do blind date, do you take a very maternal and indeed strict view of the girls your boys bring home?
Oh, the lads?
Yeah.
Well, no, not really. It's their lives, and actually they've got very, very nice girlfriends, and I can't say that because they're going to batter my nose down to a blackhead. I can't say that.
Well, are you looking forward to being a granny?
I am indeed. In fact, I am the worst mother. I'm a bore. I can't wait. I can't wait to have a baby in the house. You know, the little fingers and the little toes, and you know, the bums. I love changing nappies and everything. I think I'm going to be a bore. My prospective daughter-in-laws are going to hate me. They are. I'm afraid Bobby will have to sort of throw the whip at me.
How is old Bob? Is he all right?
Our Bobby?
Bob, your
well,
Bobby.
Yes, he's round the back. He's trying to lose a stone for Christmas.
It's a good man's fault, yeah.
Yes. So he's killed off the champagne.
Well, if he finds a way, he can give me the secret. But
well, it is. You just don't eat and you don't drink any of the bubbly. Simple, really. He's so boring.
But look at you, there isn't a pick on you.
Well, there is, yes. Well, I've lost weight with him, you see, because there's no fun eating and having a glass of wine on your own. There's just no fun in that. So with him being on the diet, I've lost as well. And I've got to get down fit for Jack, haven't I?
No.
Because I've got to climb that beanstalk twice nightly. But the legs are in good nick. I've been running up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. Because the lift broke down just a week ago in our offices and I had to walk up 4 floors. And my knees went. Because when you get to my age, Terry, everything starts to drop.
Please, don't talk to me.
I keep waiting for things to drop off. How about you?
Mine did so and bounced away several years ago. But it's pleasing to see that you're not afflicted with the various veins, anyway.
No, I haven't. No, I've had my legs lagged, actually. No, I haven't. No, I'm very good.
You can never go home, you know. The lads will never forgive you for this.
I know. They're roaring now. I can hear the phone going off the hook like that. It's my man turned on. Whatever next.
It's been a long time since we talked, and
I know.
I've missed you.
Oh.
And it's been delightful to have you back again.
Thank you very
Cilla
much
Black.
indeed. Thank you.
Thank you.